Hello, everyone. My name is Shadow, and I'll be your entertainer this evening. We're going to be playing some more of Minecraft Better Fantasy, and I'm honestly not entirely sure what we're going to do today. So, this will be just as much of a surprise for me as it is for you guys. Probably going to mostly hang out around the house again. Maybe hang out with this guy a little more. We'll see. Should probably get a few of the other tree types growing. Typically, I did want more of these guys. We've got the space for it, so we may as well. Oh, it's sunset already. Whoops. Azaleas aren't... They don't have like a unique wood type. The only thing that's special about them is if I need the flowering azalea leaves. I don't think I'm gonna plant those. Hydrangeas, though. I'm not entirely sure what can come from these. I'll go ahead and plant them. But I'm guessing if these work like the azaleas, they probably won't grow without bone meal. We'll see how that goes. Oh. I guess the yerba mate was ready. And I'm guessing that the wild nettle is not going to grow, which I probably figured out last time and just kind of forgot. Ooh, coffee. Hops are a little inefficient, but that's fine. It's good to see that the melons are growing better. Definitely not going to run out of food, that's for certain. I am mildly concerned with how big all of that tree growth is. Because that's a lot bigger than the space I have. Specifically meaning that if I'm going to build around it, I need to build out more. Not the end of the world, just... It messes up my plans for this area ever so slightly. Definitely not the end of the world, though. I forgot to look up how tea works. Azaleas never grew easily either. But at least I know it's accepting the bone meal. There it is. Why? How would you choose to grow in the water? And I got a return of exactly one hydrangea bush and an oak log. And that's not even rooted dirt. Well, that was silly. Took a little dive in the water. That was cute. The hydrangeas are definitely more of a decorative thing. I think I might leave them for now. I do want these because I want that blue wood. I'm gonna start cultivating those tropical trees. And put this away. That's a uniquely colored sea bunny. And it's not tree-capitating. It almost seems like it tried to tree-capitate and failed. Oh, we got magma blocks over here. Nice little underwater cave. It's a shame I'm not one of the aquatic origins. That's wrong. There we go. Nice and filled out. Should have plenty of that blue wood. Hello. Wow. I'm supposed to explain myself. The plan was to use this blue wood, as well as the jacaranda wood, to build out this area. And not like the wooden walls like up there. Let's do like blue pillars and then, I don't know, maybe try and go get sea lanterns. Maybe try and find a source of sand for glass. Now, of course, I'm having to rethink some of that, but we'll see. Of course, a lot of that does rely on getting sand for glass. I should probably look into that. Oh, that's soap touch. When did... Not gonna ask. Suppose the next thing after that would probably be expanding the next room. I can either go that way or I can start heading out over the water. If I start heading out over the water, I'll need my pillars sooner. Which means I'll need to start digging a hole sooner. Hey, Betty. Regardless, I do want to find somewhere with sand. I wonder if these guys will be upset if I take some of their sea lanterns. It doesn't say what I can use to mine it. Interesting. If I do remember correctly, I think I accidentally found a desert off this way. So if I want sand, that's probably the direction I have to go. I wish it wouldn't do that. It's the squid, isn't it? You have boss music, don't you? and Squid has boss music. Are you quite finished? Nothing is happening. Would you please? There we go. I'd make a diamond shovel. I don't have that many diamonds. This is a worthy cause for a diamond shovel, I think. New recipes unlocked. Does I have a diamond shovel? Sure. Anyways. Hold on, heck. I forgot what. 3 times now I've been trying to go look up a recipe. Called a nature's compass. There it is. The only reason I know this is here is because I took a look at the mod list. So it's basically any sort of wood, any sort of saplings, and a normal compass. It's iron and redstone. I have a single redstone, as luck would have it. And I've probably got enough saplings to spare. Is it like 4 saplings? Heck is... Huh. So supposedly what this can do is, it'll locate a specific biome. So say I'm looking for cherry wood. And it should be telling me that there's a cherry biome in that direction. Which is conveniently the direction we were going to go anyway. Of course, it's not telling me how far away that is. But it sure is saying it's that direction. I forgot my bedroll. Heck. How else am I going to sleep through the night without messing up my spawn point? I will say being able to fly makes travel so much easier. Usually, my travel necessities consist of a travel bed, a crafting table, a boat, that's what they're called. So you have to be able to travel over water and ice a lot faster, and a whole bunch of tools. Being able to fly, though, don't need the boat at the very least. I know this is kind of what you're here for, but I promise I'll be back soon. You just stay comfortable, okay? Okay. Now we can go. I probably haven't forgotten anything this time. Probably. I'm sure I'll figure out what I've forgotten once I get sufficiently far away enough that I can't go back. Huh. You know, I would have thought I was much further away when I found that statue last time. Really don't want to land in the cold. Especially not with those guys. Those guys look scary. Let's find a nice tree to sleep on top of, shall we? Wonderful. Now then, what's over here? Getting distracted as usual. Well, if they keep villagers in a cage, they're probably good people. Hey! One of you guys got out of your cage. Also, your loot sucks. I'll take some iron. I am realizing I didn't bring much food with me. Whoops. Yeah, but seriously, you might want to check your cage out there. It's kind of dangerous. You kind of got one of the illagers that got out. And it's just running around shooting arrows at people. Which way was it on? This way. It was right here the whole time. All I had to do was take a slightly different trajectory. I could have gotten my cherry blossoms. Now what the heck is this thing? That seems like an important question. An important question for after I have gathered a bit of cherry blossom stuff to take back. Pretty sure I don't have any bamboo either. Probably start growing some of that. Definitely an interesting setup for the biome. Now what the heck is up with this? Oh, nope, I heard you. And it's got spawners inside. Well, that's a little dangerous. Whoop, that's a skeleton. Skeleton with a hat, even. Oh, look. Zero made it all the way over here. That's almost impressive. Really? You guys are in here too? They're just everywhere. This is just a dungeon. Definitely stealing the drugs. And the food. I think we're good on most of the rest of this. Potted ashen sapling. Give me that. No idea what those recipes were, but I'm sure they are very interesting. Why are you still burning? I sworn there was a sand space vaguely this direction. Well, you know what we can use for that. Okay, yeah, this direction. A lot of structures over here. I think this was a wizard tower. Doesn't look like he's upstairs. Heck yeah. I might have been here before. Might have just left that one spot alone because I thought the wizard was nearby. And there's the wizard. Hello, sir. You are a fire type wizard. Interesting. World map. Interesting. Very interesting. Why does that sound like zombies? You don't have zombies in here, do you? Hmm. Why would you have an empty book on a lectern? What is the purpose? I don't like your house. It sounds weird. Sounds scary. Here's the thing. I don't know what counts as looting nearby him. And I don't want to anger him because I don't know if he'll, like, fight me. Especially when he's kind of blocking my way out. But I also want any scrolls he might have. Nope. There it was. They're empty. Anyway. Well, now that I've done a fool's folly, I'm gonna steal his stuff. Never mind. Heck. Take the pyromancer's heat. Well, that answers the question. He will attack. Now, as another question, can I get my stuff back? You would think I would have just taken the fact that I got that achievement last time and known not to steal his stuff. Not how my brain works, though. Just not. There's so much iron in the side of this mountain. You know what's actually interesting? I don't even know why I was thinking this. Yes, I do. It's because I'm flying. If I just dug a hole down to bedrock, it would not be that hard to get the achievement for falling from the top of build height to the bottom of bedrock with this ability. Wouldn't even have to build a tower. Alright, let's see if he'll let me get my stuff back. Is he even in here? Did he go somewhere? Interesting. Well, waste not an opportunity. And that is still set for the desert. Although I don't really have space for much sand at the moment. Probably drop the cobble or the pot. Even just figuring out the path for later will be good enough for now. Reckon that's full of spawners. Really didn't expect it to be this far, though. Maybe I should have brought my griffin boy. I'm pretty sure this is a dungeon. Yep. Awfully convenient of them to all have the same spiral staircase. And that's probably the angler's stuff. Oh. No, Mesa would have counted differently from desert. It specified sandy. Mesa is very specifically red sand and terracotta. There we go. That's sand. Not that we won't use that later. But we need this right now. That is pretty. Oh, heck. And I've already got a stack. Need the ashen saplings. I don't have those yet. Don't have any room to eat my food. Really need wooden tools? No. Yep. There. Now we will have one more slot for sand. Get the sun going down. That's a building. Put down already. Eh. Alright, I guess that is it. I want to see what this place is now. And I'll have to bring back some of the terracotta and red sand later. Those. Let's see, what are the chances that it's another pillager place? Seems a little too nice for that. And a little too abandoned. Diamonds. Oh, what would I trade for a diamond? Always come back here later. Not like the items will disappear. And clearly no one's using this house. In fact, I'll probably need to come back here later for stuff. What the heck is going on? Uh-huh. I think my cape got a little messed up there. Not entirely sure why I'm wearing a red cape at the moment, but hey. Actually, no, it makes sense. It's probably part of the armor. Another structure. Need to not get distracted by structures while my inventory is full. That's a half-formed tree. Well done, world generation. You half-formed a tree. Hmm. Ooh, what's blue? What's blue? I actually want that. Where's your door? I want in. I will dig through your roof if I have to. Why is your door like that? No reasonable person should have a door like that. Give me that. Give. Give. Oh. I don't need pork chops. I need trees. Stack? Not stack. How do I not have any torches? I probably threw them out in exchange for something. Oh. Oh. Gulk Smite. That's not vanilla. I want the things. I have to leave the things behind, but I want the things. This is why I'm not supposed to wander around with a full inventory. That's... I do want this. I don't have anything else to throw out, but I want it. I don't need steak. I feel bad throwing away steak. Steak is really good in this game, but I don't need steak. I have a very thriving food system. No, get... That's why I didn't have torches. Time to go home. Nope. Time to not get lightning out of the sky while we sleep. There's another building over there. That's a farmer's spot, so that's probably a cook. These are acacia saplings. Nope, I don't have room for acacia saplings. What was that noise? Since when do llamas make that noise? Oof. Impulse is mostly controlled. Temporarily. That's very flat trees. I'm absolutely going to grow these saplings when I get home. And I'm going to be much happier for it. I think that's emerald. I have an emerald in my inventory. I can pick up emeralds. And emeralds will be useful if a wandering trader comes by. I have an excuse. I have an excuse to go after the shiny things. They are useful. Give. I think that's another wizard tower down there. Either that or a raider spot. Probably a raider spot. Got the moss on the roof. Oh, and this will be a monster hunter guy, right? Yeah. Hey, dude. Don't mind me, I'm not stealing your stuff. I am kind of tempted to try and take one of your quests, but also your quests are scary. Last time I took one of your quests, you tried to send me to the Nether, and I had just joined the world. Maybe next time. Can't wear that. Hi Stella, welcome to the stream. I'm doing good. Hope you're also doing good. Daniel. What's this? I got a trophy. I got a trophy for stealing from people. Wonderful. More emerald. Yeah. Yep, getting towards affiliate. Now I've got the hard part of the whole free average viewer thing. I think they changed the follower goal to like 25 this year anyway, so that wasn't technically part of the affiliate goal anymore. I was just keeping it because it was my goal. I appreciate the encouragement. It is a little intimidating, but I do appreciate the encouragement. I think one of my trees... Oh, no, not broken, just being weird. Got vanilla beans stuck on it. And I cannot collect the vanilla beans. My inventory full. You should probably look into one of those backpack things. Thank you, Stella. Pop that down there. Were you just... Thought he was sticking his head completely out for a second there. Let's get these vanilla beans before they despawn. Really wondering what the spawn conditions are for the vanilla beans now. I don't think they were here when the trees spawned in. Maybe if you just leave these trees for a minute, they spawn vanilla beans? Okay, who down here is making noises at me? You want fish? I guess I can get you a fish. Here's some fish. Alright, buddy, here's your fish. heck did that work? I think that hit like 3 trees right there. And that one is a tomorrow problem. And this guy's almost as tall as me. Spooky seeing him in the corner there. None of that one spawned in with vanilla beans, so it's... There's something they spawn with. I guess these guys just sometimes have vanilla beans. What? What are you for? Vanilla cake. And that is it. Huh. And apparently you can get a vanilla milk bucket, which I'm assuming comes from vanilla cows? Where'd the other one? There it is. Hello, why are you pink? You also want fish. Why are there so many more people? Right beneath my... You know what? That's probably an unfair question to ask. I chose to build right above their home. But to be fair, I thought we were going to be neighbors. I didn't think they were going to be hanging out underneath my garden. I thought they were over there. Why do you look cool? You have like an anglerfish thing going on. Mermorph Hunter, and you want aquamarine. Huh. Basically, if I had picked one of the, like, water-breathing races, I would be living an entirely different life talking to these guys. That is interesting. Oh, Got a cherry blossom tree. Just put the cactus here for later. I don't have the setup for that yet. I don't think I need that many cherry blossom, but we will hold on to some of them. What the? Huh. I don't know what I was expecting, but that was not it. It's got some sort of fruit as well. Enchanted fruit. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Huh. I was supposed to look at that. Coffee has no effects. That is disappointing. I did have bamboo. Huh. Do we have a spot to plant the sugar cane? I think it should be fine to be planted. Yes, it is fine being planted here. Got shears already. Which... Oh, Friggin'. I needed those. Okay, lesson learned. So don't take risks with waiting on leaf collection. The next thing that grows is going to take over. Kind of interesting, though. I do have a lot of the tropical logs. Maybe I just cut these ones down and let them exist for a while. I do still have to figure out how I'm going to structure some of that. Oh, I haven't gotten any copper. It's interesting. Guessing this probably has to be placed on a stove again. So if it runs on blaze powder, yerba mate. Use a glass bottle and sugar. Don't have sugar yet. Sugar is in process. don't know if bone meal would work on sugarcane. Come to think of it. I haven't got any in here. Interesting. How many onions do I need? Okay, noted. I have way too many onions. I do tend to do that. I always tend to farm more than I need. Okay, so bone meal doesn't work on sugarcane. What about you? Yep, there it is. Oh, I like those. Fun. Like those. And now I need more saplings so I can keep growing them, but I like those. I also need a replacement axe, apparently. I wonder why they're called trumpet. Like if that's based on an actual tree or something. That's a nice color too. Well, something's messed up in my search. This is clearly called trumpet. I don't think I'm seeing it anywhere in here. Interesting. So my JEI search doesn't work on everything. Oh, my cape's messed up again. That's just what those trees do. Interesting. Those are some cool trees. Don't don't know what I'm gonna do with them yet, but I want to do something with them. I definitely don't want to one of these saplings, though. Whatever I do with them, I don't need that much. To be honest, I'm not sure I'm gonna do much with the ashen one. At least... I mean, it's definitely something, but it's not. It's yellow leaves and white wood. It's not great. That honestly looks kind of diseased. Not gonna lie. Unique bookshelves kind of look cool. Maybe if I decide to make something that needs to look a little creepy, that could be useful, but I'm not sure about the ashen wood. I do have more blaze rods here. I've only got like 3 though. Not sure I want to turn them into blaze powder. I don't know what they're useful for is the thing. Oh, I haven't even started smelting the sand. Goodness. Oh, that's all my coal, isn't it? No. No, it's not. Eh. Over my sticks. I have way too many sticks. Alright, I had to make a whole separate chest for that, didn't I? Yeah. I'm probably gonna end up doing that for tropical logs as well. By the time I'm done with that. Get over here. Oh, what the? How dare you interrupt me harvesting these leaves? 3? That is my tree to harvest, thank you very much. Really? to Fall by Forest Mojo. And now they're all over my heckin' garden. How do I get rid of them? Why do they not like me shearing the leaves here? What is wrong with me shearing leaves that they do not like? And why are they so squeaky and hedgehog? Why am I being assaulted by nature's hedgehogs of doom? I do not understand. Well, I think I sort of understand. Just not very well. I don't know, I just feel like I have planted enough trees to make up for all of the trees that I have destroyed. If that is the problem. Also, I love that I'm getting dolphins in the middle of this, too. Like, screw you, nature. I've got nature on my side. There's another one. Seriously, how do I get rid of these? Probably by fighting them. Really? Oh. Oh. Heck. Apparently I was beyond the help of tree capitation with the cherry trees. Probably partially these guys' fault. Oh no, just some lag. This tree is too big and interesting. How about you? You're also too big. You thought. I'm not sure if taking down the leaves will actually help here, but it's worth a shot, right? I am, of course, just dreading the moment when this thing does finally break and I'm sent flying down into the very angry nature mojos. You are naturally angry at me for very legitimate reasons. Of course. Such as I sheared a few leaves off of trees that I planted. Very natural thing to be angry about. Lesson learned, planting trees close together is perhaps not a good thing. And I'm going to need some bows and a bow and some arrows for these things. I should probably just deal with that now. I don't reckon I'm gonna have any more luck dealing with them once I don't have the height advantage. Well, that's a lot of frosty leaves. I hope I had a need for them. On the bright side, that's a lot of cherry leaves. Which I kinda did need. Please tell me I have string. I have 1 string? That's not enough for a bow. There we go. Right, so... yes, this entire time I could have made a spell book. And I have been mildly lazy about it. Because I also didn't want to have to make the thing that I would need to actually do the inscribing on the spellbook, which is... what was it? Inscription table? Book, slabs, fence. Book, slabs, fence. Do I really not have spare fences? Fence. Yes, this entire time I've just been kind of lazy about not doing this part. Because I didn't actually have a good place to put most of this. Press V to cast. Woo. What is it to change what spell it is, though? Heck. called like rotate, I think. No. Open spell wheel, I put on T. Did I? Did I really? Alternatively, that's not the correct keybind. That should be correct, though. Oh, it's because I didn't have it equipped. Gotcha. Now I can switch between spells. Okay, they only take like 10 damage, apparently. Where's the rest of them? Seems they despawned. And I need to eat something. Eh. Oh, I also need new tools. We'll get the shear fixed later. Not the shear, the hoe. Oh, that one's apparently finally small enough to have broken. It just couldn't be small enough to be broken while I was fighting for my life. This game can detect when you're fighting for your life and manually make it worse. That's what I'm learning. What is that? Lettuce seeds? Where the heck did we get lettuce seeds? How are we suddenly doing lettuce seeds? I'm not gonna argue, I guess, but... Oh, it was probably from the thing I just ended the life of. You know what, fair. If you're going to be the embodiment of the nature spirit, you may as well carry lettuce seeds on you for the victor. I think I'm done with cherry blossoms for now. Kind of done with those guys too. Why are you still standing? There we go. Give me those. Fought hard for all of that. Come to think of it, I think the sea lanterns are probably a silk touch thing. And probably specifically like a pickaxe with silk touch thing. Kinda sucks when you get those sorts where it has to be silk touch and it has to be a specific tool. Nope, that doesn't go there. Honestly, that has not gone as badly as it could have. I'm putting the shovel away. And the shears. Probably put that away until we're traveling. Yeah. That actually went pretty well, all things considered. But I think that's actually going to be all the time for... Oh, you can see my spell book on my little belt there. Yeah, that is going to be all the time for today. So, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed and would like to see any of the previous episodes, they are all uploaded on my YouTube channel at Shadow Roanoke VT. And if you'd like to see this live in the future, we'll be on twitch.tv/Shadow Roanoke VT. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you next time.